Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Got a little different video for you here today. We are cooking some steaks for Mother's Day, and we are using my big green egg. And just wanted to show you guys how I cook a steak on the big green egg. It takes about 6 to 7, maybe 8 minutes total. So we get the egg really hot and we sear it, and they just come out perfect. So we've got a couple of ribeyes. Thanks for tuning in. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Hit that subscribe button if you want to see more cool outdoor videos. This one's a little bit different than what we normally do, but hey, variety's the spice of life. So thanks for being with us, and keep it in the timber, everybody.
Hey now, take a step outside and seize the day now.
All right, meat preparation is pretty simple. We just basically want to use salt and pepper, and we just coat both sides. Do this about an hour before we put them on. A little bit of pepper. Flip them over. Both sides coated real well. And that's about it. And one of the great things about the big green egg is it not only can smoke meat low and slow, it can cook a steak really fast and really hot. So you can sear it really well. So I've purchased the cast iron grate specifically to do steaks. And so what we're going to do here is we're going to build a fire. And when you build a fire for steak, you build it different than you do smoking meat. When you do a steak, you need proper airflow because you want to try to get the temperature, at least when you first put the steaks on, to about 800 degrees. I know that might sound scary, but that's how you sear in the flavor. And so the only way to get the temperature that hot is to get incredible airflow from the bottom to the top. And so this is basically where the air comes from. So it comes in on the outside, scoops up through the back and out the top. So we got to make sure we have a really good airflow here in the back side of the green egg. So I'm going to start with some bigger pieces, because if I do small pieces, it'll kind of clog up the hole. So I need some bigger chunks at the bottom. And actually, you know, for a steak, you really don't need a lot of lump coal because you're not going to be running it that long. Literally, you're going to cook this steak in about 6 minutes. So let me get some big pieces here, and we'll put those in. Because I want to start with something that is kind of chunky, and I'm going to kind of build a bridge here. I'm going to make sure that all my holes are open, so I get airflow. And I'm going to kind of start in the back with a bigger chunk, and then I'm going to stack them so that air can flow around the pieces. We don't want to have the holes blocked. Okay. So now you can kind of see we have a little teepee going there. We're going to get great airflow from the bottom to the top. We're just going to continue to add a few more pieces. Okay. And if you really want to get crazy, you can do this all the way across the bottom. I'm just going to do the back corner, and then I'm going to kind of sprinkle some of these older ones on top here. And then I'll grab a handful of just any size lump coal and just kind of fill it in. And again, you don't need it super full. Just fill maybe the bottom third. That's about plenty. So we'll get a starter cube. So I'm going to put that down in there. And then we will light it. And we'll clean our grate. So we'll get going on that. I use one of these Weber chimneys. So I'll set that on top here. get those coals hot, and then I'll spread them out over the top and open the vents. Forgot to do that. We'll get the bottom vents open, and we'll shut this. Open up the top vent. All right, let's check on the chimney here. See what we got. Looks like we got some good coals to work with, so we want to make sure we let that fire starter cook off. Because that'll give it a funny smell. So we're going to let that cook off good. Get our cast iron grate back in. And we'll get that good and hot, clean it off. So let's close the lid and let things heat up a little bit. All right, let's clean that grate. All right, we're stalled out here at about 600 degrees. The green egg can definitely get hotter if you build the fire right. So I didn't clean out all those small pieces on the front side of the grill. So I think that's preventing me from getting any hotter than 600. We'll let it go a little longer here and see if we can get any hotter. But it really doesn't matter. It looks like we're tweaking over 600 a little bit. You need to be super careful when you open the green egg when you get this hot. If you open it quickly, you'll get a flash of heat and fire. So you got to burp it, they say. So you kind of crack it a little bit, let some air in there, and then open it. So if you don't know what burping the egg is, look it up, because I've singed my eyebrows before. Looks like we're over 600 now. Give it a little more time. All right, guys, I'm just about ready to put the steaks on. So here's the game plan. We're going to sear each side for 1 minute, and then we're going to bake both sides for 3 minutes each. Kind of depends on the thickness of the steak. So if you have a thick fillet, you maybe go 4 minutes. Really thin, you want to go about 2 minutes. But the key is to sear it on each side for 30 seconds to a minute, and then you want to bake it. So I'm going to shut both the top and bottom after I sear it, and just kind of let the egg smoke it, and just basically going to bake it at a high temperature. All right, so let's give it a go. I'll put the steaks on now, so we'll start our timer. And careful to burp this thing. So just a little bit, and then open. I've got some sirloins here too that I'm going to put on. For the kiddos. And the good stuff for mom and dad. All right, 1 minute on each side. And you'll notice I've left the top open and the bottom open for the sear. But I'm going to shut that stuff when we get to the bake part of it. So drop down to under 500. Okay, time to flip. Do the burp. Just got really good steak lines. And we'll sear for 30 more seconds. Flip number 2. If you want to get creative with these little lines, you can try to get a crosshatch pattern going. All right, and now we're going to seal off the top. And we've got the bottom closed. And we'll go about 3 minutes there, and you can see we've lost a little bit of temperature. Okay, we're getting ready to do flip number 3. Temperature is at about 450. A lot of smoke now. And at this point, you want to kind of feel that meat too. Yeah, I mean, you can temp it if you want to, but these are cooking really quickly. Maybe go 2 minutes because they're a little on the thin side. So these are going to be about just perfect. All right, we just pulled them off. We're going to let them rest a little bit, and they're about ready to eat. All right, let's cut into it and see how she looks. Just about perfect. Medium rare. Even Hazel got some steak. She's pretty happy about that. All right, that's going to do it for us today. Just a quick how to cook a steak perfectly on the Big Green Egg. Thanks for being with us, everybody. Hit that subscribe button, send it to your friends, hit the little bell, hit the like button, all helps out the channel. Really appreciate you watching, and enjoy that steak, and happy Mother's Day 2020. Take care, everybody. Keep it in the timber. Bye-bye.